Hey, welcome back to another episode of Trailside Dukes. Thanks for being here with us. We've got an awesome show today. We're just going to get right into it today, Tony, because we have a jam-packed session. The I'm Mad segment, we got a special guest for that. We've got an awesome, cool friend joining us, so all sorts of cool stuff.
I agree, Corey. Giddy up.
Okay. Well, starting off, let's just maybe we already know who's in the World Series, so we've got a west of the Mississippi style World Series for you. Texas and the Diamondbacks.
Didn't think the Diamondbacks would pull it out. I thought Philly was so hot, but good for the Diamondbacks. Kind of fun, underdog story. 2 wild card teams in the World Series. And we talked about how that affected divisional teams where they had a week off and this and that. And 2 wild card teams in the World Series.
If you think back to the end of the regular season, both of these teams didn't clinch their playoff berth until like a day or two before the cutoff at the end or the end of the regular season. So kind of interesting, really. I mean, the power of the big momentum is something that's real, especially for these two teams. And I don't know if you're aware of this, but we do have the podcast poll that we put out, and we were interested in seeing what the fans thought who was going to win the World Series. And so at that time there were 4 teams left, and it was unanimous. Everybody was picking the Phillies to win.
Yeah.
So big surprise there.
Do you have a World Series prediction or who you would like to see win?
Well, I remember, even though you and I both thought Philly was hot, I did say on one of our previous shows it would be kind of cool to see a Texas-Arizona World Series. And so I just, me being in the division with rooting for the Mariners, it's hard to root for Texas.
I agree. I'm kind of cheering for Arizona.
I kind of am too, but I think Texas is going to pull it off.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll have to see.
Fun. It'll be fun to watch that series go.
Yeah. Another one of our podcast polls is one I'm not very proud of, but people chimed in because the question was, do you think Corey should get shot with a paintball gun? And even though I did not agree to any deal there was no bet.
No, you lost it.
You just made this up. So there were 3 votes for yes and 1 for no, and I may have been the one that voted no. So the fans have spoken. They want to see me get shot with a paintball gun for some reason.
It's gonna happen, Corey. I got some paintball connections, and we'll just line you up. I mean, now that it'll be like, maybe we should pull the distance, like 5 feet away, 10 feet
5 feet away?
Yeah. I think that should be part of the poll. 5 feet away.
It's got to be at least like 50.
50 feet?
I don't know. I'm going to do some research to see what is safe. And then I also want to, so when we do the distance,
I got some glasses for you.
Well, one of the things you're going to want to do is make sure you hit me, because I'm only giving you 1 shot if we do this.
1 shot's all I need.
And if you do more than 1, I get to retaliate.
From 5 feet away, Corey.
It's not going to be 5 feet.
5 feet away, I couldn't miss.
It's not going to be 5 feet. I won't be alive.
It might leave a welt. It's not your first time, getting a welt or you'll be fine.
I don't know.
No, you'll be totally fine. It's like
my palms are sweaty.
It's like getting hit with a Nerf gun.
Yeah, yeah, right in the eyeball.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Okay.
Well, hey, Tony, I'm looking down at my coaster here that you handed me tonight. And
that's a classic.
A beet salad coaster. This is not our merch. This is our friend. Our friend's Beet Salad is a band that everybody needs to listen to. I enjoy their music, and
I used to play with Tony Cox and Terry Anderson and good dudes. All those guys in that band. They're a good little local band, and they've got a cool vibe to them and some really great songs, originals. They don't play covers. They
don't like
originals.
to play covers. People yell at them to play covers, and their bass player has a huge problem with covers.
Well, that's how you make them mad.
Right. Yep. So, all right. Some beet salad there. Speaking of merch, we do have our merch. I'm wearing my Trailside Dukes hat, and
I'm working on it, Corey.
People like it.
I'm a busy man.
I'm not saying I'm not.
There. I'm getting
fine.
merch. I like the merch. I like the candle. I'm getting a hat. I got a few T-shirts lined up for Jack. Kind of show him off on the Carroll College campus.
Nice.
How do they get to the merch, Corey?
Well, you can just follow our links in the description of the podcast, or you can even go in the description of the YouTube channel, and it's right there. You can go in there and take a look and see what tickles your fancy.
Okay.
I think we're going to be talking about fancies later on in the show, maybe, huh?
For sure.
I think they made the I'm Mad segment.
Why not?
Well, do you have a little Carroll corner for us today? What do you got in the corner?
Yeah, this one's a tough one for me to talk about because it was a highly anticipated match between College of Idaho and Carroll at Carroll, and great atmosphere, like for a late October game, beautiful weather, packed stadium, and they beat us. They beat us 35-21. They came out and they were the better team that day. You know what I mean? But I will remind fans that last year we played them twice. They beat us the first game. We beat them later in the season to win the conference championship. Now, we don't end up playing them twice this year, but both teams are ranked in the top 20. Carroll drops a few notches to number 11, which is still a great spot.
Yeah.
And, there's still, a lot of season left, 3 games where anything can happen. And, like, if you look at how the season has fallen, all the top teams have 1 loss. And so, like,
okay.
You know what I mean? C of I has lost to Tech. Tech has lost to Western. So there's kind of a hodgepodge, although with C of I in that win, technically they're in first place in the Frontier League. But with 3 games left, still a lot can happen. Carroll can pull out still winning the conference, and they're right in there. They've got another tough matchup this weekend in Ashland, Oregon against Southern Oregon University, and that'll be a battle Saturday at 2:00. Tune in for that one. Every game's a battle, and so Carroll will come out, and I know they'll rebound from this. They've got character, they've got brotherly love, and I just know the vibe from that team that they're going to bounce back and get back after it. So
cool.
But what's cool is kind of tying in the Coeur d'Alene high school connection. So Isaiah Griffin is a strong safety for C of I. So he was looking right across the field at Jack, and Isaiah played a great game. Sticking his nose in there, making big tackles. Jack Perka had a really good game. Just didn't fall their way. And but anyways, I've got a cool interview with them after the game, and so I think we should just roll through the rest of this, and then we'll kind of plug it in there at the end. What do you think, Corey?
Sure. Yeah, okay. I think that works out well because there's other stuff going on in the world of Carroll College sports, right?
For sure. Women's soccer, they've had it. Last weekend they had some great battles. They beat Evergreen State 3-0.
There we go.
Yep, and then played another game where they scored late and tied Northwestern University, and so that women's soccer team is doing really well. Some excitement built up in there as they kind of come to the end of their season and then go into the playoffs. What's funny is now they're playing at Providence. University of Providence in Great Falls, Montana, and they're taking the whole volleyball team with them. So
they are. Volleyball's got a match over there too.
Volleyball plays there as well, and so that'll be an exciting weekend in Great Falls for the Carroll fans watching some volleyball and soccer. So if you're in the area, check that out.
Here we go. Didn't we have a offensive player of the week for the soccer team as well?
That's right. Emily Funseth. Good for Emily.
Yeah.
Yep. She'll kick you, Corey. Oh, I have no doubt. She would kick you hard.
So I get kicked by Emily and then shot with a paintball gun by you.
Why not?
Okay.
I'll
tell you why not, because it doesn't sound fun.
Take one for the team, Corey.
What team?
The fun team.
Yeah, Fun Seth.
Yes. Yeah, Fun Seth with the fun team watching you
get kicked and shot at.
Kicked and shot at.
That sounds like a Montana thing.
It's fun for me. Well, that's like the 3 Fs, right?
Oh, yeah?
Now we got Fun Seth kicking you.
Oh.
And we got...
That's a 4th one.
Firearms, fishing, and football. So now we got 4 Fs.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, hey, just also as a friendly reminder, don't forget about the Tricia McCullough fundraiser. December 16th, Tricia was a student at Carroll College in the nursing program and going back to college from Christmas vacation. She was in an unfortunate accident, and so to help her out, we're plugging this, going to the fundraiser. There's a dinner, dance, and then a raffle for some firearms.
Perfect.
I know. Well, you know what I mean? One of the big contributors is Black Sheep, which is a big sporting goods store here in town. And so, I know we joke around about like the guns and stuff. Right. But
that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's cool they're donating all that.
Super cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. And maybe, I know like with that, big deal, but then on the side of teasing you about like pickleball, the connection between like firearms, and they don't play pickleball in Montana, or do they?
I think they do.
Yeah. Well, we might have an interview later that talks about that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
We will. Okay. But speaking of interviews, should we roll the interview that you had after the football game?
Super excited about Isaiah and Jack Perka talking. Okay, Trailside Dukes here with Isaiah Griffin and Jack Perka, both Coeur d'Alene Vikings from a great program, played really well together in high school and now opposing. Isaiah, what was going on? Like, congratulations, first of all, right?
Thank you.
Huge win. So what was it like? You've battled before from Jack from the corner position. Now you're playing safety.
It's always a good game going against Perka. He's really smart and methodical with his throws, so it's tough each time we play him. But I always enjoy playing the Coeur d'Alene boys.
Oh, you played a great game, man.
Thank you.
You made some big hits, sticking your nose in there.
Thank you,
Jack. What's it like seeing Isaiah across the field?
It's strange, I'm used to throwing him the ball on offense, but it's fun. I love the competition and all that stuff. It's all love. I love it.
Yeah, well, Coeur d'Alene Vikings, and then you guys playing together. You can see the love in you guys, parents, family, a ton of respect going all around. Zaya, like, where are you guys? Obviously you guys are going to move up in the polls. Who do you guys got next week?
Next week we play EOU. And then we have a bye week, and we finish it off with Southern Oregon.
Nice. Nice. Jack, what do you guys got?
We're going to SOU this next week, and then I believe we got Western and then Tech.
Yep. Both big games ahead for both you guys' programs. Any funny stories, anything for today's favorite play or something?
I guess not really funny because no one's really seen the video, but 2 years ago yesterday, I made a TikTok about Perka being my favorite quarterback, and then it's just kind of odd that it popped up. It was 2 years ago yesterday.
That's hilarious.
Going to play.
That's awesome. Jack, you got anything?
From this game, not really, not off the top of my head, honestly.
Yeah. Well, hey, and just like closer, right? Like when we do these interviews, we ask people like, you got a life philosophy, something that's gotten you through, anything like that's always meant. I know your family means a ton to you, but is there some kind of saying or anything that's kind of like meant a lot to you?
There's a lot out there. I guess kind of recently we had like a speaker talk to us, and he just mentioned like embrace the cliches. People like to say that cliches are cliche and they don't really mean much, but I guess just embracing the cliches.
Yep, that's awesome, man.
Go a long way.
I love it. Jack?
At the end of this game, it was just kind of like how we're going to respond for the next following weeks.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's my keyword, I guess.
Yep, I love it. Well, I coached you, Zaya. You're one of my favorite players all time, man.
Thank you.
Love you, buddy.
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
All right, we're here with I'm Mad, and we have a special guest with us who's just been mad at the world about all sorts of different things, and there's not enough time to go through everybody else's, so we just thought we'd bring him on the show. Nick, tell us what... Nick! Tell us...
Dickies, what's up?
Well, you've got a list, so tell us what you're mad about. I think the Dukes Crew listeners definitely know when we say something about a weed whacker, they know exactly what we're talking about. So tell us about what happened with the weed whacker, and you can take it from a weed whacker to your colon if you need to.
Weed whacker to my colon.
That's right.
Okay. Is the weed whacker going to do anything in my colon?
That's up to you.
Okay.
Hello.
We're going to find
weed
that
whacker
out
doesn't
real
work,
soon, huh?
so I'm not sure.
Well,
tell us about it.
The backstory on the weed whacker is you guys actually owe me some money for this because the whole I'm Mad segment started with my damn piece of junk weed whacker, by the way. So we'll have to talk money later.
He's mad.
I'm mad. I'm mad at a weed whacker. Do you guys have a nice weed whacker?
One that works. Yes.
Okay. Well, mine doesn't. So that made me mad a long time ago.
Yep.
Pretty much started this segment, but I guess I will stop mentioning that.
It's okay, Nick. Let it out. Let it out.
Earlier, I heard Corey talking about Bloomsday.
Yes.
Bloomsday makes me mad.
Why?
Well, when I was a kid, my parents used to make me do Bloomsday against my will.
Like you didn't want to do it, and they said we were doing it.
Yes. And then they would try to buy me nice ASIC tennis shoes and stuff to go train around the neighborhood. But why the hell would I want to train around the neighborhood if I didn't want to do Bloomsday?
Right.
I mean,
I can see Craig motivating you with that.
Yeah,
right.
They did.
Worked out really well.
So I was mad about that, and
what
recently,
what do you do with the shirts? Would you burn them with the ASICs?
I burned them.
Just
burned them. You know what I did is back in the day I lived by Jacqueline Seed by the field out there in Post Falls, and they would burn the grass, and when they did that in the summer I just went out there and threw my stuff in the field and they burned it up.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and then I guess my most recent mad, I think you might be mad about this, Tony, is my wife's been on me to go to the doctor. So I went to the doctor and got my 45-year-old checkup, whatever that means. I guess
Is that something you're supposed to do at 45?
I don't know. I haven't been there since I was 25, so I guess after 20 years, you probably got to go to the doctor.
Okay. Yeah, just a checkup, right?
Got a physical checkup.
Well, I thought so, but now I got to get a blood draw. That's tomorrow. I'm mad about that because I'm afraid of giving the blood, the needles. And
are you?
Yeah, well, last time I went, she couldn't. I mean, I'm a pretty veiny guy, and she couldn't get the veins to work, and I got all black and blue, and
right.
So,
that
you know what's
scared of that.
Nick, you know what's really fun when you go in to give blood? I've done this a couple times. Is as you go in, you go, hey, I just want to say, the last time that I did this, I start vomiting profusely and just kind of see their response. It's kind of fun because they're either going to laugh or they're going to give you a white face. It's fun. Okay. Now, your daughter's going into the healthcare industry, so maybe you want to play that by ear, but it's fun.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll try that tomorrow morning.
So what else?
Then after that, then I got to get a colonoscopy.
Okay.
I thought that was what happens when you're 50. But I guess not. It's 45.
Is there an age number or what?
I don't know. She just said you're going to get a call from Kootenai Medical Center. I said, for what? She said you're going to get a colonoscopy.
Yeah. She's just saying you're getting this. There's no choice. I'm telling you. This is happening.
Give me any choice. I wasn't aware of any. So, and then I go to the pharmacy and I pull into the Rite Aid. You guys use Rite Aid?
Nope.
There's a drive-through there with a little tube.
Yeah.
You go to the bank, little tube. And,
yeah.
So I send my stuff and then she says, sorry, I can't give you your medicine through the tube. Even though they're going to go up my tube, but that doesn't run.
Right. This is the medicine This is the medicine.
So you got to drink the stuff you got to drink, right?
Well, yeah, so I didn't know what she meant, so I go inside and she hands me this jug. I mean, for the viewers who've got a colonoscopy, and I look at the lady behind the counter, and she's trying not to laugh.
Is that what's supposed to go up your tube?
She can see the look on my face. Well, she never really explained. She kind of just more laughed and
said, "Here you go, good luck."
Obviously, they know what's coming when they hand this device to the person that comes to the counter, and I guess
Have you had one?
No, you guys are terrifying.
Damn
me,
it! I have to drink this jug of stuff that's gonna make me crap my pants for 24 hours.
It's terrible.
So I'm mad.
You need one of these too, huh, Tony?
Okay, well, about when I was Nick's age, I had my first one, right? So
you've had one.
2013.
That's why you're going back again.
I had one, so I just
enjoyed it.
I just did my physical today, and so they're going, okay, you had one in 2013. It's 10 years later. You better get it. Thanks for hooking me up there. Away. So you better have another one. So yeah, I'm scheduling my second colonoscopy, and it's Roto-Rooter.
Mine's November 22nd. Maybe we could go together.
Get a 2-for-1.
You could, maybe you could show them the ropes.
Yeah. Well, you drink that stuff the night before.
Okay.
You crap your pants all night. Hopefully you're going into the colonoscopy early in the morning the next day, right? And they say like I wasn't allowed to drive afterwards because you're going to be really sore.
What's going to happen?
You're going to be really sore.
You know,
they put me to sleep.
Before you go, load up your bike and then just go hit the mountain afterwards.
You can ask to not take You can ask not to be gassed, and you could watch the whole procedure, but I don't recommend it.
What do you want to watch it for?
Do you know?
Well, you were talking about your weed whacker.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's Roto-Rooter right in there and just clean that stuff out.
I'm getting more mad by the second.
Yeah. Well, I'm mad too now because I got to go in for my second. But maybe we can get a 2-for-1 deal. That'll make me less mad.
Okay. Well,
that's the only way they do it because I don't think there's a coupon for that.
No.
I haven't seen them come through the mailer at all.
You laugh now, Corey. Your time is coming.
I'm going to wait until you guys can go with me. Maybe we can get a 3-for-1
while we're there and have them reach out to you and schedule yours.
Or reach in.
Yeah, it's just one weed whacker. Just goes.
You boys are done. Go on your ride.
Okay. Fun. What are you mad about, Corey?
Yeah.
I'm actually mad about. I don't usually get upset about football, but or my team. But I'm sorry when you have a game where the other team has 0 penalties. I think there's something weird with that because I saw some evidence of some holds and face masks and stuff like that. And I don't usually
know more than the professionals, huh?
No, I don't. It's just during the Miami game, I saw some penalties that the other team had that weren't called, and
there's holding on every play.
It's a city of brotherly love, and apparently the refs loved that team in Philly.
You're mad.
So.
Did Philly do any tush pushes in that game?
They did, and I'm okay with that. Like, you got to stop it.
Did it work?
All of them worked. Yep.
You got to nosedive. Submarine.
No, it didn't make me mad. It didn't make me mad. What made me mad is that that our linemen would line up off sides on those plays, so it's an automatic 5 yards anyway.
They were scared.
I don't know. I just thought it was a little weird. That's all.
Yeah.
So not super mad, but it was enough to be like, hey, I mean, because there's other ways to win the game, and you gotta perform, and they didn't.
Do you think
my team didn't perform?
Okay, so they didn't lose because of the refs.
No. I just thought that
they just got their butts handed to them by the Eagles. Right?
I think so.
Eagles are good, dude.
Yep, they're
Eagles
legit. So
maybe they'll see them in the Super Bowl.
That's it. I just think it's a little strange when a team doesn't have any penalties and the other team has like a dozen.
It's called discipline.
It's weird. Well, part of it is, yes. But then also call it both ways, you know?
Yep.
Now, your daughter's a soccer player. She wants games called fairly, right? Call it both ways.
They don't call it right.
You know?
She yells at them. They tell her to get off the field.
If you're going to call that,
I watched it happen in
call it on the other way.
She was critical moment. She screamed at the ref. He told her to get off the field.
Yep.
And that seems like her. She would yell.
Listen, are we done talking about your Dolphins?
Well, you asked.
I know, but are you done?
Hey, how about the Packers?
Oh, I'm glad I'm not a Packers fan.
You know what? You guys can bring that up and think I'm mad, but like I'm not mad because Jordan Love is competing and he's that close, and this is a growth year. So you just wait till next year, Mr. Lilyquist. You'll see the Packers rebound. They're about growing quarterbacks, not just paying a free agent like Brett Favre. Who's their current guy? What's his name?
Talking about Kirk Cousins?
Yeah, whatever. But like
the dude was on the quarterback show on Netflix. That's how good he is.
Yeah, I know, but grow your quarterbacks. Don't just take them from other teams. Anyways, we're all baseball fans here, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
How'd the Red Sox do this year?
They were awesome.
They were?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe that's a growing year for them.
No, Tony, they were in last place 3 of the last 4 years.
I know.
See, you're trying to make me mad again.
Well, I'm working
Corey
on
made me laugh. Now I'm mad again.
I know. Well, it's the I'm mad segment.
I'm always here to bring you up.
Might take that Green Bay Packers thing over there and give you a colonoscopy right here in the basement.
Okay, well, then I wouldn't have to pay for one.
I might be leaving.
But, like, Corey, we've talked a lot of baseball. Nick's a big baseball fan. And so let's throw in, like, Houston, which I was rooting against Houston. We're happy, but, like, Dusty Baker, probably mad.
Man.
Oh, he's very upset. Yeah, he's mad. He wrote into us.
He did.
Yeah, I almost forgot, but it says here, "Hey fellas, love this show. I'm really upset with the umpires and my team. I set my neck out on the line and let the umpires have it. I got tossed in Game 6, and it was all for naught. We lost in Game 7, and now I'm retiring." So he's mad.
I heard today he retired.
Yeah.
He said, screw this, I'm out.
He's done.
Well, when you're that old and you let yourself get that mad, it's probably not healthy.
Right.
You got to be mellow, Dusty.
How old is Dusty? 74, 75?
I was surprised to see him go that long, But
didn't he play with Babe Ruth? Maybe.
Sure, I think so. Ted Williams, I'm not sure.
He's
old.
One of
those guys.
He's old. It's time to
He's been at it a while.
He's had a few World Series.
He's got to be a good
He's
good
mad,
manager,
but we're
right?
happy.
We're happy. I did
Which
not
probably
wanna
makes
see
him even more mad. That
Right.
I mean, this podcast is viewed by millions of people, and he's going to hear us talk
Dusty,
smack about
I'm sorry if we made
Dusty.
you
You're a
mad.
good guy.
We're happy for you. Enjoy retirement, and
right.
thanks for writing into the show. Appreciate it, man.
Pretty cool, buddy.
For sure. Okay. Anything else we're mad about, fellas?
I'm good.
Give me enough
You got
time.
anything
sure
else
I
you can think of?
something right now,
Right.
but
Right.
I'm mad Lake City didn't win any games at the state, but that's all.
They were
that's all
close. They were right.
We
in
gave
there.
it a good run.
Right.
Yep.
It was my daughter's fault, but oh well. I'm mad at her too.
Next time we're gonna bring you back on the show, Nick, and next time we bring you back, maybe you can join us on We Have Cool Friends and our segment there, because you are one of our cool friends.
For sure.
Guys.
We just needed to get you mellowed out before we put you on another segment. We're just gonna, things have been boiling up for you.
Pretty pissed after the weekend about something. I was you guys picked the time I wasn't as mad this time. That colonoscopy
that kind of got you.
Maybe when we have you on Cool Friends, you can give us the rundown.
Okay.
Especially
the rundown.
Maybe I could bring the video. Maybe they could provide the video there.
I don't think we need that.
Bring the video. Bring that big jug you got at the pharmacy.
Bring the jug. I want to see this jug. Yeah, it'll be show and tell.
Okay.
Okay. Remember that when you're in elementary? Hey,
About when I'm in the bathroom for 20 hours and want me to record anything? The flush?
Well, whatever you want. I mean, doesn't matter.
Maybe I'll let him.
Let's get some pictures. We'll bring some video of that in. Okay.
Well, it's been fun, fellas.
All right.
Thanks, Nick.
Thanks for joining us, and I'm mad.
I'm mad.
Wow.
Oh, you want to shake?
What do you don't?
Oh,
you a germaphobe?
I didn't know we had a thing. Jeez. Sorry.
Bye, boys.
That was fun.
All right, we are on to our next segment. We have cool friends, and today we have one of our cool friends with us, all the way from Montana. We are here with Kale Edwards. Kale, welcome to the show, man.
Thanks for having me.
My man. Oh, yeah.
So, hey, just starting off, Kale, I think it's probably been some pretty big talk amongst the team. You guys had a big win against University of Idaho last week. I know you're already focused this week on North Colorado. But we got to ask you, take us through the strip sack play to seal the game for the Grizz.
It was exciting. They called the play for me. I got to run a game I like, and got in there, and I was wide open. I was so clean, I couldn't not get the tackle there. So I got the tackle, and I accidentally hit his arm, but I haven't told anybody it's an accident. It was always on purpose that I hit his arm, and the ball came out, and it was exciting.
That was huge, Kale. I was watching it with a buddy from Polson, Montana. He's a huge Grizz fan. And he was just jumping up and down. I was like, that's Kale Edwards, Coeur d'Alene, Idaho.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Fun.
So, any cool stuff that you guys get to do with the little brown jug after you sealed the victory there? Besides, rally around it at center field or whatever.
Yeah, we got some in-house stuff we do. The coach likes it. It's a big trophy for us, so we take care of it. Everybody gets to hold it. That's for sure. I got to hold it for like most of the post-game stuff, and that was exciting. It's actually right here behind me. Yeah, we take good care of that thing.
That's awesome. So,
yeah.
Super cool, man. Yep, there's been a lot of talk. Your parents probably showed you the article or you saw it in the Coeur d'Alene Press. There was a lot of pride in Kale Edwards. And, of course, as you know, there's a lot of Vandals fans around here. But even with that aside, people were happy for you, man. It was cool.
I appreciate it. Yeah, a lot of old coaches of mine are Vandals. So it was, hurt some hearts. But, yeah, I saw the article. My brother sent me the article. He was pretty pumped about all of it. He's got a bunch of buddies at U of I, so that was good for him to be able to rub it in everybody's faces, kind of.
For sure.
Yeah.
I was actually in the box with Amos and some of the other coaches. I was up in one of the suites, and when it happened, just the roar of the crowd is and I guess if somebody's gonna do it, we'd rather it be a homeboy.
I appreciate that. Yeah. No hard feelings.
No, man, I graduated from Eastern, so we're good.
Okay.
That's not any better, Kale.
Well, he's a Bengal, which isn't much better than anything else.
I am an ISU alum. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine. Okay, so Kale, let's kind of go back in time a little bit, right? So I even knew you as you were kind of coming up the football ranks from junior tackle, you know what I mean? And didn't you play with Anton Watson?
I did, yeah. Anton and me played football, played basketball together some. It was awakening for me to understand I'm not going to be a basketball player. He was far and beyond what I ever was and what I was capable of. So,
is there a favorite
focused on football?
Yeah, totally. Is there a memory that sticks in your mind about playing junior tackle with Anton? We got a lot of Zags listeners, and Corey's got some connections with the Zags. But is there anything funny that you remember from that?
Man, yeah, there's so many good moments. We had a great team. The Logan Nosworthy is on the team, so the Nosworthys, that's a lot of people in Coeur d'Alene know where that is. And it was just, Nick Pierce and Jim Pierce was the coach, and the Mighty Vikings rolled through, and we won all of our games in 8th grade. We won most of our games every other year if we didn't win all of them. So it was a great team. Memory with Anton. Anton was awesome. I was a quarterback, so it was awesome target. It's like you can't miss. He's huge, so I'd let him get down the field a little ways and then just lob it up, and I knew he was going to come down with it. He's got great hands, great athlete. So yeah, those are some good memories. Some of my favorite. That was back when I had some skill.
That's awesome, man. Okay.
Well, hey, moving on to high school from junior tackle there. One thing we like to ask some of the former Viking players is maybe one of your favorite memories of playing ball in high school. Back in the day. What's one of the good ones that you will always remember?
Okay. Favorite memories.
Dude, you think about that, because I can tell you what one of mine is, being up in the box with your dad, varsity playoffs. I think it was Bora. Didn't you throw that ball to Carter Freeze that he caught on it, rebounded off a helmet or something like that, and he caught that deep pass?
Yep. Carter and me were good buddies, and I knew he was going to be down there. I wasn't even throwing to him, though. I threw it to Hagel, and it bounced off Hagel's helmet. And Carter he's a little slower, so he was trailing the play, and he's smart enough to be right behind everybody, and the ball bounced to him, and he held on, and we ran it down. Then we did the classic tank formation, baby, and we pumped that sucker in there. So that was probably one of the best, if not the best. I think after my junior year, I had a rough year coming off a broken leg, and getting to play in the Kibbe Dome again was one of my favorite memories.
Yeah.
But that was one of my first games back, and yeah, it was good to go beat on some of those Boise kids at Mountain View. So I think got to be up there. There's so many good ones though. Coach Nelson, I stressed Coach Nelson out. I remember. So anytime I got to have a conversation with him on the sideline and he was pretty stressed out, I think I love those.
You did have kind of a defensive mentality that you brought to the quarterback position.
I appreciate that. I hope that's a good thing. Okay. I
think it was, for sure.
Yeah.
No, you're definitely up there as one of the greats, man. Super fun.
It takes the father of one to tell me so. I appreciate it. That's big accolades from Mr. Jack Perkin, another QB.
Yeah. Well, we've got a great tradition at Coeur d'Alene, right? And dude, I remember with the broken leg thing, like that's every football player's worst nightmare, right? And I remember checking in on you and you grinded through. Like, what's that like from an athlete going through that?
Big injuries are the worst. They just keep everybody from reaching their potential. So that's it was rough. It was a hard time for me. I had a lot of good people that checked in on me, like you. Coach Donovan sent me some funny texts back in the day too. That kept me going. And my parents, I think they just watching them. They're about the toughest, most stubborn people. I'm sure Corey knows, playing pickleball with my mom. They're pretty competitive, so they push me a lot too. And I think you just got to push through some of those hard moments to really find like your true potential. It pushes you past some of the limits you think you had. So
yeah, man. No, you showed everybody coming back and working hard in the weight room. It was a pretty special thing, man.
Appreciate that. Thanks.
Yeah. Hey, did he mention pickleball?
He did. We'll get to that in a minute. But I want to know while we're still talking football and stuff like that, and maybe you had some different ones back in high school, but any kind of superstitions that you have, or do you wear the same? Jack likes to wear the same underwear for when he's QB in games, I guess. I don't know. That's something he kind of shared with everybody who's kind of proud of it, but. Do you have any like superstitions or anything like that? Things that you have to eat, or the way you do something before game day?
I never had any like underwear or anything like that, but that doesn't surprise me for a Perka. They're some
a little different.
We're like
non-hygiene people, those Canadians, PRKAs. Right. I think I write Jeremiah 29:11, the verse, on some piece of tape I have somewhere. I've always done that since I was middle school. And I don't do it big. I don't like the big showy. I just do it small where I know where it is. And I think that's because I hold that pretty dear. And it was important for me. So I think that's it.
What's the meaning to you of that? Like, can you help explain, or is that just personal that you don't want to, and I respect that?
No, I'm happy to. I think for a long time it was my verse. Like my dad's number in college was 29. And when I read that when I was little, I was like, 29, that's my dad. And then I loved the verse, so I was like, 29:11, yeah, I dig it. So Chad Chalitz was a big number 11 too in my childhood. So the number 11 was pretty crucial. And those were just two numbers that I was a pretty big fan of, and that verse, I loved that verse. But forever it was just a verse. And then after my broken leg injury, I had some rough faith, and I think I had to come find that. Once I got to college, it really helped, honestly, and I had to go through some rocky times. But now I hold that verse more close than ever. So yeah,
that's really cool.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's very interesting how a big injury in your life like that can make you so, just stronger mentally later on. You're talking about like your progression and growth and stuff like that, but it's amazing how important your mind is when you're going through that, but then also when you come out of it with work ethic and just everything you do on a daily basis in your life. I've been through it myself, so it's just very interesting to me how much stronger it can make a person, even though at that moment you feel pretty weak and helpless.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think some of those you got to break a bone to make it stronger. You gotta break down things to build them up. So yeah, I needed it for sure.
Okay, that's awesome.
Now, yeah. Kale, it's been brought up. I'm going to jump in with this.
Yeah,
bring it up. I like to throw some crap on Corey about he's a big pickleballer, and I know your folks are big pickleballers. Heck, Coach Amos, didn't he? What did he? He busted his Achilles. He popped his Achilles playing pickleball. Like, it's a dangerous sport, I guess. But you're a pickleball fan.
Huge. I love pickleball.
So they do play pickleball in Montana?
They do. Lots of people. The smart ones especially.
Hey. Wow. There we go. Tell him about the 3 Fs, because this is what Perka has thought of. What are the 3 Fs in Montana?
The 3 Fs in Montana: firearms, fishing, football. I mean, that's all I thought they did. But I guess you got to throw a P in there now.
Well, everybody needs a pastime. It keeps you healthy. It keeps you fit. So I think it's good for everybody. Yeah, it's a great time. I can't believe you're not a pickleballer then?
No.
He's played once, I think, and it was when we were down in Arizona. You didn't even...
No, I cleaned your clock.
I don't even remember him getting it over the net. Jessica did better than he did.
Oh, jeez. That's BS.
Well, she's the athlete, I hear.
Right. Jack gets it from somewhere, for sure.
So tell us, out of the family, you guys are a pretty competitive group, right? You and your parents and brother. In your opinion, give us the ranking in order. Who's the top pickleballer through maybe, the person that needs, the most work?
Okay.
In your family.
In my opinion, well, my parents are old, so if they're healthy, which is rare sometimes, Kim's the best pickleballer. Not even close. She'll beat me left-handed. Like she's
playing left-handed now.
Yeah, exactly. She plays left-handed now, and she's unbelievable. When she's right-handed, I scored maybe 2 points, and that's lucky. So she can beat me always. I think I can beat my dad pretty consistently. He's a good athlete though, so sometimes he'll surprise me if he's feeling light on his feet.
Right.
Little bit pretty. I think he's a little better than my brother. My brother's probably the least into it. He's still living his college days. He still enjoys playing with his buddies and just for fun, kind of. So yeah, I think that's the ranking. Kim, hopefully myself, and then Derek and Isaac. Yeah.
Okay. There it is. Awesome.
Let the feuding begin.
And you just brought up your dad. And, I love your dad. I love your family. But coaching with your dad, one of the most intense coaches. Like, can you talk to me? Like, we've had Gunnar Amos on the show, and like, what's it like playing for your dad? You know what I mean? And like, any kind of memories with that?
I loved it. I hope everybody got to experience it at one point or another playing for their folks, because you get a level of trust that is just you only have with a few people. I think I had it with most of the coaches, thankfully, because I grew up with you guys. So
yeah,
like you said, I knew you since I was a tiny guy, little junior tackle baller. But yeah, he's an intense dude, like you said, and I think everybody thinks I get my any of my intensity from him. And I think he's stoic, so he kind of gives off that, strong, silent type, and he is. But Kim, my mom, she would drive me to every football game when I was little with my dad, and while we're driving there, she'd tell me, let's make somebody quit football today. So that's the attitude I always had going into everything, and my dad was, anytime I get hurt and he's rubbed some dirt on it, like, keep playing. So, like, that attitude, I guess, is what, he brings. And
your dad played for Whitworth, right? Your dad played for Whitworth. So I met a few Whitworth people that played with him, and they called him the Kenny Easley of Whitworth back in the day.
Exactly. The old Seahawk, the hitting safety. That was Derek. He was a strong safety. I've seen some video. It's old, but it's good tape. He rolls down hard. He fits the run well.
He plays it like every night or anything like that. He's kind of
No, he won't talk about it. He is probably the best athlete, though. I will say, in the family, my mom's a great athlete, but I think my dad might be the best athlete in the family. And he's got weird. You Canadians are weird athletes too. Like right. He can spin it just like you Canadians can always got the best spiral. He's kind of got a little bit of that. And he's the worst to play basketball against. He plays like Larry Bird. He's always like using the backboard and stuff. I'm like, come on, guy, you gotta knock it off.
It's awesome, Kale. Fun. Well, Kale, I we kind of like to close off with our guests of like, is there anything else? You talked about the verse that means a lot to you, but like, is there anything else like a philosophy or something that like you would pass on that kind of like that has meant a lot to you?
Sorry, they turned the power out on me.
Okay. It happens.
Something that I hold special. I think, faith is something I try to hold as my center, and I think losing my identity at times in football, which is easy to do when you're so committed to it, like all college athletes are. I think that was a big lesson I had to learn, but I think faith and family. Like I think it's cheesy, or cliche or whatever, but my parents show up to every game I've ever had. Like I don't remember a game they've ever missed. And my brother's the same. As soon as he got done playing, he's been at every game he can possibly attend. He flew to Sacramento when we played there. He flew to like all over the place. So he's I think that relationship I have with them, we butt heads a ton. We're competitive, so it's dinner at my house it's always violent. Or game night. There's people are getting black eyes every once in a while. So yeah, I think that family tightness, and we're close knit, and I think that's probably the biggest thing I hold dear other than faith.
It's awesome, man.
Well, you got 2 home games coming up, so good luck to you with those. Not to overlook, this upcoming one, but big one against Sacramento coming to your guys' house at night. That'll be a fun one because that was a close one last year where it was like an official review changed the end of the game and you guys ended up losing. And it's payback time, I think, right?
Yeah, we got a bad taste in our mouths from that. So there was a couple reviews that they didn't swing our way, which is too bad. Looking back, it's hard to swallow. But excited to get them in here. We got Northern Colorado coming in first, and Portland State in between Sac and the Cats, the Kitties.
Yeah, baby. Got some big ones at the end, the home stretch here.
Yeah,
this will be good.
Yeah,
a lot of top 10 games. So we wish you the best of luck with those.
Kale, we're a big fan, and go Grizz, go Edwards family. You keep rocking it, man.
Appreciate it. Go Saints, go Perkas.
Yeah, baby.
They're rolling
Love
too.
You, buddy.
Well, hey, get back in here. Okay. He always wants to leave when I'm trying to wrap it up.
I get excited.
Remember, if you like the show and you're enjoying what you're hearing, please share it with your friends. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe, and click the bell for notifications so you know when our next episode is coming out. Until next time, take care of yourselves.
Peace.